And He is saying, look at my son. This is my boy. This is my son. He gave His life for everybody. This is dead serious. Jesus, serious death means serious commitment to a serious church. And it's time that we stop playing church, going through the motions, and take Jesus to the lost and dying world. So I've got to ask you, have you been playing church? Have you been going through the motions? Honestly, where do you sit today? Which chair are you sitting in? If I understand this book correctly, only two of these chairs, people, are going to heaven. Chair number 1. And chair number 3. Chair number 1, the person who's never become a Christian, but not able to understand the difference in darkness and light, good and evil, right and wrong. Not saved because he's never been lost. Safe in the arms of Jesus. The 2-year-old boy, 3-year-old girl, the babies in the nursery would be sitting right here. Chair number 3, the baptized believer who's walking in the light, 1 John 1 and verse 7, who loves God with everything that he has, Matthew 22, his heart, his soul, his strength, and his mind. So I'm asking you, honestly, where do you sit today? Which chair? If I were to call your name, Sally, John, Luke, Daniel, Sheila, if I were to call your name and ask you to come down one of these aisles to the front and pick out a chair that best describes you and Jesus, honestly, which chair would you choose? I want you to imagine that last night you died. You died last night. And in just a moment, your name's going to be called before Jesus in judgment. Revelation 20, 11 through 15. And Jesus is either going to say, "Come, ye blessed of my Father," or He's going to say, "Depart from me, you cursed." Which would He say to you? If you died last night, what would He say to you? You say, "Brother Keith, I tell you what I need to do. I need to become a Christian." Man, I've been sitting over here. I've been thinking about it. I'm not a Christian. And I tell you what I'm going to do today, as we sing that invitation song. I'm going to get up and I'm going to come forward and I'm going to say, "Jesus Christ is Lord." And today, this very day, I'm going to be baptized into Christ. Or you might be a baptized believer and you might be sitting over here and you might be thinking, I tell you, man, I need to change. I need to do something about my life. I've just kind of been going through the motions. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk down the aisle and I'm going to say, "Pray for me, man. I need to be prayed for." I'm going to respond today. Today, I'm going to come forward. No, you're not. Not today. Not today. You know why? You died last night. Last night you died. And in just a moment, your name's going to be called before King Jesus. Are you comfortable with the chair in which you're sitting right now? Or would you have to scream and cry for mercy? Would you have to say, oh, Jesus, please, not judgment now. Give me one more verse of an invitation song. One more plea from a preacher. And maybe Jesus extends a hand and says, "Oh, I loved you so, but now it's too late. Depart from me, you cursed, into outer darkness, where they will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." My friend, you know as well as I that the premise today is false. You did not die last night, did you? You're very much alive. And you can change chairs by leaving your pew and coming to the front to do what's right. We do have some people who need to become Christians. You did not raise your hand. I'm not a Christian. You said to me. We have some people who've been in the wrong chair. So let me tell you what I don't know what you've been praying before church. Could I tell you what I've been praying? I've been praying as we sing the very first verse. The very first verse of this invitation song, somebody in this audience would lead the way. I don't know if I've been praying for somebody over on this side or somebody on this side or somebody right here in the middle. But I have seen it in sermon after sermon after sermon. It usually takes one person to lead the way. One person to come and say, "Pray for me. I need to do better. I want to do better. One person to come and say, man, I just need to become a Christian. It usually takes one person to respond. And when one responds, you know what usually happens? Usually there's another. And even another. And more and more and more. But it takes that one person to break the ice. So I've been praying that as we sing the very first verse of this invitation song, somebody in this audience would lead the way. Satan will do everything that he can to stop you. Satan wants you to stand and sing as if I'm okay, you're okay, everybody's okay. But Jesus died to call you. Would you surrender to the call? Honestly, where do you sit today? Who's going to lead the way? Who's going to lead the way? Who's going to lead the way? We're going to find out. Let's stand. Would you come right now? Come to the front.